If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Cheers back again and welcome to episode number 10 of the Chelsea Career Mode here on FIFA 16. We're into double figures for this series, the first series this year to reach double figures in any particular series we've done. Obviously the Wolfsburg series is close, as is the My Player. There was a My Player yesterday. If you missed it, definitely check the channel page for it because it was one of the best that we've had so far. But we start with an away game against West Ham. Obviously having an extremely good start to the season in real life, up there in third right now. We've had an indifferent start to the season here in this series, although we are genuinely starting to play some really nice football, as we saw in yesterday's episode, putting together some nice moves now on World Class. Now that I'm purposefully having to play a lot more patiently to put moves together to play on World Class and actually be effective on World Class, we're actually scoring some really nice goals, so perhaps I should have used that method previously in other games even, because when I play FIFA, it was what I approached this FIFA with the same mindset. I play the passes I want to play rather than the passes I should play. So I try and force passes, or I used to try and force passes to play the way that I wanted to. Whereas now, rather than me playing the game is playing me, and I'm having to adapt to what the game is offering me and pass the ball, safe to the obvious pass rather than that fancy pass to try, play some really nice football. But actually, by playing the safe pass, we are playing some really nice football. We scored some really nice goals yesterday, and we're hoping to score a couple of goals here against West Ham in this one. But we've hit the post thanks to Nemanja Matic. The guy drew a good save out of the goalkeeper prior to that Matic post hit, and unfortunately Fabregas, after working the chance nicely, unfortunately managed to not even get it on target. Lanzini, though, doing work for West Ham here as well in the second half now. All of the chances seem to be coming at this end so far, and there is going to be another one. Mauro Zarate with a free kick, a brilliant save by Thibaut Courtois, though. We did have a little bit later on the goal line decision system. Not really too sure why, because it was clearly not over the line, but a wonderful one-handed leap save from Thibaut Courtois. But a few people in the comment section saying that Courtois has been really bad for them, but I haven't noticed that so far. He's been very, very solid for me in this series, as has Diego Bonalio in the Wolfsburg series. Haven't really struggled with goalkeepers this year at all. They seem to have gotten things on point. And speaking of on point, how good was that finish by Eden Hazard, cutting inside and hitting it early, which is what I think gave the goalkeeper the slip. Adrian just wasn't expecting him to hit it that soon after taking that first touch. Just laid it out in front of himself with that first touch there, and then just let fly, and it bent away from him into that bottom corner. Really, really good strike. So you can see here, it just arcs away from him and down into that bottom right-hand corner. Brilliant goal from Eden Hazard. It came in like the 93rd minute though, so we definitely needed it to get the victory, but I'm glad it came up when it did, because otherwise we'd have gotten a 0-0 draw. And we don't necessarily want 0-0 draws, but we're in the Capital One Cup again for the second game against Doncaster away from home. Obviously, we've been playing rotation sides and young sides in this competition to this point, and doing the same in this one as well. In fact, playing even more players than we haven't necessarily played so far this year as well in this one. They're starting with a 4-4-2. They've got Nathan Tyson up top, so a little bit of pace. Obviously, James Coppinger has been at Doncaster for ages now. But as you can see, we've got Ruben Loftus-Cheek in the midfield, in the holding role. We've got Casey Palmer at cam. We've got Kennedy on the left, and actually Kiwomya. Oh, I never know whether it's Kiwomya or Kimoya. It's Kiwomya. We've got Kiwomya on the right-hand side. He's absolutely rapid, so I was hoping it's the first time he's played for me so far this year as well. So I was hoping he was going to have a good game. Falcao, though, comes so close to giving us the lead after just 3 minutes. Obviously, the most experienced player on the pitch right now, Radamel Falcao, and arguably the best player on the pitch as well, although I'm sure a couple of the youngsters would have something to say about that, most notably Kennedy, who's had a very good season for us so far. But weirdly, Doncaster were very, very good in the opening few minutes. We're only 7 minutes in. We've already had a chance each, and they're on the attack again down this right-hand side. We struggled not necessarily to create chances against West Ham, but just to take the chances. But here, we're struggling just to keep hold of possession. It was a weird reaction from Begovic as well, almost kind of rattled his fists in glee that he'd been able to make that save. It was a really weird reaction. But we're actually into the second half when the next chance comes, and it is Kennedy, and it is going to be a goal. Brilliant turn inside from the youngster, playing outside on the left-hand side of midfield. Obviously, I brought him inside to play at cam in a previous game. I believe it was in the Champions League, I might be wrong, but we did bring him inside to play at cam, and he was very effective. But they give the ball straight to Falcao here. Lovely scoop turn and a brilliant save from Stuckman to stop us from getting a 2-0 lead. There would only Scored the first goal through Kennedy a few minutes beforehand, and a massive mistake from the Doncaster defender slash midfielder. I'm not quite sure who it was that lent the ball off, but Bertrand Traore just come onto the pitch as a substitute and drew another good save out of Torsten Stuckmann as well. So we're clearly on top now in this second half, having another corner with 10 minutes to go. Falcao tries to win it. It actually goes back out to Rambo from that corner. Falcao wins the header again and can't quite get back up after the save from Stuckmann came in. It actually hit him on the backside as it was on its way into the path of the defender, but still trying to get a second here because Doncaster had a couple of chances in the first half. I didn't want to find myself needing to go to extra time again like we did earlier on in this particular competition, but Falcao came very close again to getting another goal, but unfortunately not able to do so. Begovic quite comfortably comes and claims the corner here. So Doncaster were, doing something attacking wise, but we're going to catch them on the counter here, and I didn't notice until now that their keeper was actually up for the corner and out of goal. So Kiwami has the shot. Unfortunately, he didn't get it on target, so we weren't able to win the game 2-0, but we were able to get the game to go out with a 1-0 victory. So we're through to the next round of the Capital One Cup. I think I'm going to continue to play the youngsters in every game of the Capital One Cup, even if we get quite far in the competition, just out of fairness, because if they're going to get us far into the competition, then it's only fair that we let them try and win the trophy perhaps if we get that far. But players still growing quite nicely here. We're training obviously, as you can see, and Kennedy's still growing nicely. You can see Gray there is growing as well. He's a right mid that we've brought up from the youth squad. He's not as... Oh, I'll rephrase that. We've brought him into the youth squad from the youth scout report. I've done that with a couple of players now. Now that I'm aware that you can train youth squad players in the training and you don't have to call them up to the first team to train them, which is what I did do with the young goalkeeper that we've got, then I'm just going to utilise this training and hope that they grow as well from, just in general like they normally do when they're in a youth squad. But we've got a couple of players that have potential to get into the mid-80s to early 90s, so we'll have to wait and see how that goes. We probably will do at least 3 seasons with Chelsea just to see how those young players develop. Obviously, if the support for the series wanes off, then I'll think about starting a new series after 2 seasons. But so far, you guys have really been showing some great support to this Chelsea series. Obviously, the initial boom has died down now, and there haven't been anywhere near as many views as there were over the first week or so. But you guys have gone back to school, and the initial burst was always, or the initial bubble was always due to burst at some point, which it has done. But we're still doing much better than we were, or I have done at any point throughout the entire channel's history. So I can't thank you enough for the support that you show the channel. As I record this, we're at 112,000 subs and gaining about 1,000 a day. Although yesterday was, yesterday as I record this, 2 days ago as you see this, was the first day since the beginning of FIFA 16 that we haven't gained over 1,000 subs for a day, which is just mental. So I can't complain with the way that the channel's growing right now, and you guys are showing great support, dropping the likes on the videos, showing the love in the comment section, so thank you very much for that. As you can see though, so far in this game, it's been a close one between Liverpool and ourselves, 0-0 after 25 minutes. We actually get a free kick 7 minutes from half time here. Eden Hazard psyching himself up there, as you can see. It is quite a long way out, 36 yards, but I felt confident with Eden that I was going to be able to draw a save out the goalkeeper at the very least, and that's exactly what we did. Minilay with the flying double-handed punch to get it clear, and we stay at 0-0 as we headed into the second half. We were obviously 0-0 against West Ham at this point as well, and it took a last-minute winner for us to get a win from that one. So, as you would expect, a last-minute winner doesn't normally get you anything other than a win, but never mind. Nathaniel Klein has the shot here, but he got it off target. Obviously, it was a right-back having the shot, so not quite as clinical as perhaps Daniel Sturridge might have been if he was the one having the shot. But Eden Hazard gets involved defensively here, stealing it off them, plays it into Cesc Fabregas, and there's a gorgeous through ball option there, and Pogba is going to get on the end of it, has the shot. It's a good save by Mignolet, and it's just out of the path of Diego Costa. He's not able to get there to put in the rebound, so unfortunately only a 0-0 draw with Liverpool. That was a very frustrating game for me to play. They kept the ball like nothing I've ever witnessed on career mode this year, and didn't create many chances. When I did have the ball, they had genuinely all 10 outfield players behind the ball from about the 40th minute onwards. So it was really hard to break them down. But we were able to at least get a point, although obviously a win would have been preferable. But we are in the Champions League spots now. We're there in 4th. Sunderland somehow are 6th in the league right now with a game in hand and can go above us should they win that. But we are now in 4th in the Champions League spots and only 4 points off top. So we're really adjusting well to world class right now, at least in this series. I'm still struggling a little bit with Wolfsburg, but obviously as I play more on world class, we will get better. But that's going to bring today's episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching. As always, follow all the social media links in the description. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed. And I'll see you next time.